Previously on the Civic Type R rebuild. We took the car to our friend Steve's auto body shop to get the frame straightened out. It was only tweaked by ½ inch, but we wanted to get it perfect.
And I'm going to get that last 3 millimeters to make it zeroed out so it's perfect.
The Hulk ripped off my old quarter panel to replace it with a new one that's not dented in.
Ta-da!
This required some extensive work by an artist, not something that I was going to be able to do in the comfort of my personal garage. Steve painted everything a matching championship white so that we could get the car back to brand new. Well, Mark, car is back in the garage, which means
seems like the hard part's done.
Hard part is definitely done. We had Steve do the hard part, so now's the easy part, Mark. We just get to throw it all back together.
All the little trim pieces, all the little tedious work. The hard part is done.
Yep.
The easy part is a lot of little tedious stuff, like all this trim, and got to get that back together. We're about halfway.
Yeah, probably halfway. And then we're gonna modify it after that, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, I like the way you think. We still got to put airbags in this thing. Got to do the module. Man, there's still so much. We might actually not be halfway. We actually need to put a list together because there's certain things that we don't have, like this clip here. It is broken, so we might as well go ahead and order that now so that we'll have it. I believe we have this already. Bumpers painted. And I will say, Steve is amazing at these gaps. It's like he really pays attention to this detail. I don't know how he does it. It's one of those things that he just loves doing. Brand new. Was that awkward?
No.
Brand new.
While the doors are literally out of the way, let's get to work on replacing some of the safety equipment in the car. In the event of a crash, the front seat belts only lock if there's an occupant in the seat based on the weight sensors. But there's no weight sensor in the back, so they just lock by default, which means we should try and take them apart to see if we can get them to unlock.
I don't think I can reuse this. If I had to guess, there's something that's pressurized in here. You have these balls here that are in this chamber. And I believe that this helps lock all this. Otherwise, why is this here? Yeah, you see this? These two pins here, they go right here, and they're actually broken.
Safety is not something we want to mess with, so we went ahead and ordered a new seatbelt.
Still trying to remember how this even goes on. Is this some sort of sensor? Yeah, I love the red seatbelt. Kind of wish I had it in my car. And now we got a working rear seatbelt. That's nice.
It's the same story for the driver's seatbelt as well. We weren't sure if we can reuse them, but it was pretty obvious that it needed to be replaced. So we went ahead and got one for that as well. We also replaced the pretensioner. I tested the electrical resistance of the old one, and it looks like it needs to be replaced. The pretensioner is what makes the seatbelt get tight in the event of an accident. We saw how that worked with the rear seatbelt mechanism.
I don't want to break you. Huh.
With the seatbelts done, now we can move on to the airbags. And since I don't want the airbags to explode in my face when I plug them in, I'm going to remove the control module first.
That's got some weight to it. Well, I finally see the ABS module, and it's way down there. Aha! There you are. I found it. Easy as lasagna. I'm not cooking you lasagna. There we go. there it is, SRS. All right, so now we got the new SRS module in. So we might as well just go ahead and at least mount it up. I'm not gonna connect it just yet. It's gotta be synced to the car, and I don't have that type of equipment. I don't feel comfortable hooking this in without, you know, another professional there to guide me. Plus, I wanna go ahead and I wanna connect all the airbags while I'm at it. Voila. Let me fold this seat down so I can get it on the other side.
As for the driver's seat, it looks like the airbag tore through the cotton stitch. Using the same stitching material, we had Ben's wife stitch it back up for us, because I don't know the first thing about sewing.
And this should easily rip apart the way it originally did, because it's using the same material. There's actually a little bit, you know, bigger gaps in here, so it should rip the same as factory to protect the driver. So here we got the airbag for the seats. Brand new. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this curtain airbag in. Be super careful with this. All right, no splody, so that's good. Trying not to give Ben too much hate for this headliner. He's broke.
All the seat belts and airbags are in. Now we can finally start assembling the exterior panels of the car and make this thing look complete.
I don't want to say let's get started because that just sounds ridiculous. We're already started. Those all just little plastic clips, like molded into it.
How many engineers do you think were on the team that designed this panel?
200, I don't know. Bada bing.
Bada boom.
It's probably the easiest door panel.
Buddy, it's a Honda.
You don't have to remind me.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave this camera right here on a time lapse, and I'm just gonna go get working on that door panel over there.
Are you gonna work or what?
I'm about to.
Hurry up.
Yeah, oh man, why is Ben not in these videos? Oh man, where could Ben be right now if it's only Mark on the screen?
I don't even remember where half of it goes. That's a lot of stuff. So now that we got all the stuff off of the old door, it's time to put it onto the new door. I went ahead and hung the new door because I didn't want to get any scratches on the paint. And, you know, due to cure times, I don't want it to sit on its side and then possibly smudge, and you know, so I kind of want the paint to still cure. Let's go ahead and start actually getting this door full of all that stuff. I am a gentleman. I'm sure it's gonna take a while for me, but it shouldn't take that long for you. You should just sit back and enjoy. This should go here. We accidentally left the handle at home while the entire car is getting painted. So yeah, we're just gonna fix that later. We kind of need this now. It's fine, right? I mean, just like salvage title anyway.
Buddy, brand new.
Pretend like I know what I'm doing. Modon. Look at that. Beautiful. A little 3M tape. Get it in place. Yeah, so now that we got the rear door on, again, same thing with the front door, just gotta throw a bunch of small little stuff on it to make it a functional door. And yeah, then everything would be nice and kind of closed in finally, instead of just being doorless. This is actually like pretty fun, putting this stuff together, like seeing how Honda actually built it and like all the little clips going back into place. It's very satisfying. So I'm enjoying myself, even though like it may not look like it, and you know, I might get frustrated at times with it, but yeah, this is cool. I like it.
All right, so the doors are not exactly entirely done. I'm missing a few clips. I broke this panel here. That's okay, because Mark broke this panel.
You can't tell.
He didn't want you to know, because in the movie Magic, you couldn't see it, but there's a crack here. So Mark's got to order one of these. I ordered one of these.
It's imaginary. You can't tell.
Missing a trim here. So there's just a couple things that we got to order. But the doors are on. We got to get them aligned and stuff, but like we should probably get other panels going with that and whatnot. So this is cleaning up too as well. We definitely did not forget to paint that. Now that we have a door in this car, we have a Type R fun fact. The gauge cluster shows you a really awesome graphic to remind you that you should be on the racetrack. Another Type R fun fact for you. Every single FL5 Type R has this little badge here on the dash that shows you the production number of your Type R. So my number is 6,590, and that is how many Type Rs worldwide that there are. I think they're actually up to number like 20,000 or so. So yeah, there's my production number. That tells me how early or late in the production it was made. Hey, the door works pretty well.
That's good. It's very good.
Another Type R fun fact. There's LED lighting in the doors. Only the Type R got that. It's also only in the front doors. Back doors don't get it either.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and start replacing all the crash sensors on the car. Obviously you saw that the front crash sensor was completely destroyed. There was really nothing left of it. But also we talked to my contact at Honda, and especially for a side impact crash like this one, according to procedure, we have to also change out the side sensors, the side crash sensors. So you got one here, one in the back. I believe we want to replace these when we go ahead and start replacing the module, because we don't want the sensor itself to send a false signal to, you know, the new module and then potentially set off any airbags. Bada bing, good as new. That's tucking right there. That's nice. I don't know how to explain this, but it's like another fender liner. So it looks like it attaches to the fender. Well, now that we got the fender liners on, I think we can go ahead and throw on the side skirts. Yeah, I mean, it's satisfying. You know, slowly but surely this is all coming together, trying to get everything to line up as best I can. It's so satisfying to just like put a piece on, take a step back, and just kind of watch it, you know, transform.
It's time for another Type R fun fact, and that is related to the side skirt. Would you believe it that it's got functional aero? That's right, these vents are not fake. A lot of people complained about the FK8. Now they had a bunch of fake vents on them. They fixed that for the FL5. They're functional vents, not just for the sake of being a vent, but it does actually help. I think it's probably more for gas mileage, but it helps the air coming up over the tire here, comes down and off, but then the high pressure zone underneath the tire comes out of this little vent right here. So yeah, pretty nifty.
So I believe the first mod that we should do is put some like hood struts on this, you know, just for something that's, you know, 20 to 50K markup, you would think you would have hood struts. Maybe they just don't expect you to even look under the hood, you know, because it's so reliable, so dependable. Honda, you did it again. Let's go ahead and start maybe getting the headlight in, maybe a couple of these grill pieces in. Well, one light's cleaner than the other. A couple of things that we're missing for the hood. I don't think we have a new piece of this. I don't think we have this. We have this other insert grill. I'm gonna take this stuff off and just put it on the new hood. Brand new. What a pain in the rear. It didn't break. Not bad, not bad. Oh, that's satisfying. Brand new. Well, basically one of two options. Either I can put the bumper on and then put all the accessories on, or I can just put on the accessories first because it's missing a bunch of grills and sorry. That is a fake vent. That is not a real vent. What the heck, Honda? That is a fake vent. I'm just gonna put this together. Oh, come on, you pain in the butt. Now we're gonna start concentrating on the rear bumper. And we're gonna need the hardware anyway off of this. It's a little damaged. It'd be just nice to get it off.
For a third time, let me tell you about this factory diffuser. You see, it's a factory diffuser, so it diffuses from the factory.
You're diffusing from the situation here.
That's now I've mentioned the diffuser in every episode.
Shiny. Bonjour. we seem to be missing something. And I looked in the box of parts that we have left over, and this piece was not in there. We noticed that this piece was actually still on the car. So yeah, I need to go take that off, and hopefully it's okay. It's a little beat up. It'll be fine. Hold on. Brand new. See, you can't even tell. Can't even tell. If you look this way, you can definitely tell. So now that we got the bumpers all together, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the car up on the lift. That way it'll make it a whole lot easier to try and get everything to line up properly, and you know, any kind of clips that I need to get from underneath, I can get.
All right, I guess this thing needs a front bumper, huh?
That seems to be one of the last things.
Do you think this ducting helps?
I'm sure it doesn't hurt.
I wonder if we could do more ducting. Well, we should probably put a PWR radiator in it. You think?
PWR?
PWR radiator?
We need a radiator.
A PWR radiator and an intercooler.
Ready.
It's pushing on something underneath. Man, why is your side so far off? All right, let's try taking it back off and put it back on again. Let me see what we're working with.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm almost going for the top first. Yeah, that's a nice fit. Type R fun fact number 7.
Dude, that is cool.
In the front grille, you know, you have these openings here for the air to flow through and into the radiator. Well, there's also, as you get near the edge here, they're kind of blocked off, right? Because it blends into this like flat black panel here. Well, there's a couple little pieces that are actually just screwed into the back that are loose that you can remove to increase cooling. Basically open up that front nose a little bit more. Or I can show you based off the old grille, which has extra cooling over here, but we're gonna focus on this side. Yeah, see, there you go. This little piece right here, you probably want to Dremel that out so that it looks a little bit cleaner, but Type R fun fact number 6, 7?
I think 7.
With the rear bumper on the car and attached to the factory diffuser, we can finish the final construction of the car with the door trim pieces that we just got in.
In the words of Steve, ta-da!
And just like that, the assembly of this brand new Type R is complete.
The car looks complete now, but it's far from it. We're still waiting on a few replacement parts, like the door handle and some extra plastic trim. But it's nice to see it all together and looking like a brand new car now.
So obviously we're not done with the Civic just yet. We got all the body panels on, but we also need to go ahead and check out these wheels. Well, we're pretty sure that there might be a small little bend in them, but we need to throw it on the balancer to check. I believe Ben wants to use these for more of a track setup, if you will. But also looking at these tires, they're pretty much done. There's not much tread left on them. So why not we just go ahead and change them out for these Continental.
These Continental extreme contact forces. Where you going, Mark? It is a 275 width which currently on the car is a 245. So we're going, it measures, I think, an inch wider than that one. And yeah, it's a 200 tread wear tire, so it's a good track lapping tire, and it's actually meant to last a really long time as far as 200 tread wear tires go. So we should be able to get lots and lots and lots of laps out of these. They manage heat really well, and they also look pretty cool, not gonna lie. So yeah, the Continental Extreme Contact Force. Visually, the only thing that looks out of round is the tire.
I think your face is out of round.
I mean, I've balanced way worse wheels. Whoa! That wheel is perfect. Holy smoke, I didn't even expect that.
That's a hard impact.
That is hard. It's a lateral impact, right? It's a side impact. Maybe the front one's worse. The front hit first.
The front hit first?
The front hit first, and then the back hit. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that's square. Okay, all right. Oh my goodness. That is.
No, it's not bad.
What?
So now what?
Now I gotta get wheels.
Or do you get an wheel, or do you get new wheels?
That's something that the viewers are gonna have to wait until the next episode for.
They're gonna be pissed.
They are gonna be pissed because it's not gonna be next weekend. Because I gotta order them and get them first before I can put them on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe, make sure you don't miss it. Comment below what wheel you think I should get, because I clearly need to get wheels. There's no T in Continental. It's a Continental.
Continental.
Continental.